Okay. Thanks for waiting. We've got Matt Farniok here. If you have questions for Matt, go ahead and let me know in the chat. Still expecting Garrett Nelson after Matt, hopefully. First question for Matt, Brian Christopherson, 24/7.
I'll start with the obvious, Matt. When did you know you were going to play center, and how difficult of an adjustment is that for you, or was that?
I kind of found out like the week of, and I mean the biggest challenge was just figuring out how to get the snap back to the quarterback consistently, and that was really the main challenge because the speed of the game is pretty much similar to the guard in that essence. So the main focus was just getting the ball to the quarterback.
Is that something you felt comfortable with throughout off-season work? Because you kind of dabbled in it, correct, at times, getting ready for that?
Yeah, I just it's always good to be able to kind of do a little bit of everything. So I did have a little baseline of getting snaps in, so which helped a lot of preparing me for the game.
Parker Gabriel, Lincoln Journal-Star.
Hey Matt, how was the process of verbalizing all of the calls and all of that from the center spot? I mean, I'm sure that you're normally thinking through them from the guard spot, but do you normally talk a lot as a guard, or was that part of it a lot different for you at center?
I mean, all it was just saying my thoughts out loud. I mean, so that was really the big difference, and so it really wasn't just a big change. It was just making sure that I'm the one communicating to where the point is and what's going on.
Kevin Suits, Channel 1011.
Hey, Matt, as one of the captains, I'm just curious what your message is to your teammates. Obviously, it's not the start you've wanted, but there's still a lot of season ahead. So what are you saying to your teammates, especially some of the younger guys?
Just you got to keep rolling. I mean, football is never going to be a perfect game. You're never going to have a perfect played game, no matter how good you really do. There's always little things that you can fix, and that's just what you got to focus on. We were a couple plays away from having a different outcome of that game, and I mean that just comes down to being more disciplined and more focused in practice and continue to just improve who you are as a player.
Sean Callahan, Husker Online.
Yeah, Matt, you're a captain with Adrian. I mean, how have you seen Adrian respond this week? Obviously, that was a tough spot for him to get pulled. And what have you seen in that quarterback competition in practice?
Just the same as always. I mean, it's two competitive guys that always just want to be the best they can be and bring out the best in others. So, I mean, really all it is just a continuous competition between the guys.
Steve Sipple, Lincoln Journal-Star.
Hi. Matt, Scott Frost characterized your performance as one of your better ones of your Nebraska career, which, encompasses about 27 starts or so now. Did you feel you played at that level?
I played okay. I had a couple of mistakes, just that I need to fix up, and I do think I did all right. There's some things I need to clean up, and I plan on cleaning them up this week. But I know it's only going to get better from there.
Do you have anything by way of a scouting report? Like, what do you see up front from Penn State, and maybe compared to what you saw against Northwestern and Ohio State?
Again, they're probably going to be more similar to Ohio State. They're a bunch of bigger athletic guys. They're really good at moving around, so it's going to be more of I'd say like a finesse type of rush where they can do power as well. So it's just going to be a little more get ready to react.
Okay, thank you.
Two more for Matt. Evan Bland, Omaha World Herald.
Hey, Matt, I know you guys have played in a couple empty stadiums now. Now that you're getting the chance to play at home in an empty setting too, I guess I'm just curious what you think that might feel like, and are there any ways that you guys can, I don't know, make it feel more like a home game, even though the fans won't be there to watch?
I mean, really what it is it's just playing for the love of the game, right? I mean, you really shouldn't need a crowd of screaming fans to get you going. I mean, if you're out there on that field, you should be wanting to compete, wanting to show that you're here for a reason and that you want to be one of the best in your position and really just have a competition one-on-one against the guy across from you.
And we'll finish up, Matt, with Sam McEwen, Omaha World Herald.
Just like a minute late, so I apologize if you've been asked this, but who'd you work on the snaps with, and did you lean on your brother at all? Because he's been doing it for years. But how did you get so good at it? Because you were pretty good on Saturday.
My brother was a huge help in actually having me understand how to snap and proper stance, footwork. I mean, we've been working off and on snaps probably for like a month or two, here and there. So he was a big factor of me actually being able to snap the ball to the quarterback.
Do you anticipate? I mean, you're an NFL prospect. Do you anticipate that might be something you'd have to do one day? I know Nick Gates has moved to that position. You played with him once upon a time. Is that something you want to try to build into your repertoire?
Yeah, I mean, it helps. The more that you can do, the more valuable you can be. And I mean, it's always better to have a little bit of a baseline than be thrown into the fire without ever doing it.
Thank you.
All right. Appreciate it, Matt. Thank you.
Thank
We'll
you.
check and see. I think we'll still have Garrett Nelson here in a minute.